The first set of people are those that make the news. The second category are those that cast the news or broadcast the news. Those you watch on national television that comes up within certain hours to tell you what is happening in the country, are they the ones that it happened to? They are only reporting to you what has happened. Is that not so? Whereas there are people that wear the news. Are you following me now? In life, there are those that are living the life, and there are those that are escorting those living the life. And in life is a matter of choice. You either choose to live or you choose to escort those that are living. Job 14 and verse 14. I want to challenge you. Job 14:14. It says, if a man die, shall he live again? What is the answer? No. He said, for that reason, all the days of my appointed time will I what? Wait until my change comes. Now, this was Job talking in the book of Job, encouraging himself when life happened to him. So I want to charge you on what I title determination is everything. What did I say? Determination is what? Can we say determination is everything? Now let me tell you, life is not governed by decision. Life is governed by determination. Let me give you an instance. Everybody seated here. How many of you here were in service yesterday? Now, I want to ask you, will you tell me for sure that it was everybody that lifted their hand yesterday that are here? They decided when the question came that they will be in service. True or false? But I know some of them are not here. True or false? Why are they not here? They decided, but they were not. Are you with me now? So I said life is not governed by decision making. Listen, there are a lot of great decisions that are in the grave, unfulfilled. Hello? Are you with me now? I mean, they were so great, so fabulous. If they tell you what they have in mind to do, you will clap hand for them. But they were not determined to follow it according to the definition of our sister. That thing which you have set your mind to do, you say to yourself, come rain, I must make sure. If you wake up from your house in the morning and you say to yourself, I'm going to the market, is that not a decision? Have you ever gone somewhere? I mean, you propose going to somewhere, you got halfway and you return. Has it ever happened to you? You decided to go there, but you were not determined to reach there. Prosperity is for everyone. The question is, how can God create all of us equal, but some are more equal than the others? Have you ever heard that slogan? Everybody is equal, but some are more equal. 24 hours a day to every one of us. Is anybody there that have 22 hours? 7 days in a week for everybody? Or is anyone that have 6 days in a week? All of us have that same opportunity of time frame given to every one of us, true or false. If this month is 31 days, is there anybody here that will have 28 days and they say this is your own portion? Now the question is, if all of us were given the same opportunity by God at creation, why are some making it and others are not? Somebody said determination. Even in this service, it's not everybody that will be blessed. You know why? Some of us leave the house and we will go to church, but we are not determined to allow ourselves receive what we came for. The Bible talks about the woman with the issue of blood. You remember that story? And the Bible says that Jesus was in the company of his disciples. He was doing everything, but this time around he was on the street. So everybody gathered him like we have gathered in his presence. Everybody needed his attention. They were pushing to meet Jesus, but there was a woman. She couldn't have the opportunity to come because of her condition. The Bible said she determined in her heart that she will touch. This is where I'm going. Until you get to that point where one thing matters, forget it. She said to herself, I will press between the crowd and touch the hem of his garment, for I know that if I can touch that hem of his garment, I will be what? That was beyond decision. It was a determination. How did I know? She didn't mind the fact that she was smelling. She began to press in until she touched Jesus. The moment she touched the hem of the garment, her fountain dried up, and the Bible said Jesus shouted what? Come on, talk to me now. Who touched me? Question. People gathered, they were touching him. His disciples were his orderly. They were his bodyguards, right? They were trying to wedge him. They were trying to cover people from pressing him. Are you following? So in that process, they also touch him. Are you here? Even those that were trying to stop were also pressing, but they touched him. But the question is, how come that it was only one touch he recognized? You see why we all came to service? Some testify and some don't. You see why we all came to service? Some receive and others are not. Because this woman left with an intention, and she became purposeful and determined. There were three kinds of people that touched Jesus in that crowd. The first kind of people were those that said, bet me, I will touch him today. You go bet, I go touch him. And indeed they touched him to prove a point. Are you following me? There were others that touched him by mistake, because others were pushing them and they were pushing others, and suddenly they did what? Touched him. Because Jesus will come into this service. How did you come? But there was a woman that came with a mind to touch him because she had a belief. She had faith. Let me define faith for you in a layman language. Faith is believing it to be so. For it to be so. For it is so because God says so. Did you hear what I said? So because God have said so, you believe it to be so, for it to be what? So. As God is about unfolding what he came with, where is your faith? What kind of determination did you come with? Remember, there were three kinds of people that touched Jesus: those who touched him by mistake, those who touched him because they betted, and a woman that touched him with intention.